friends. I'm coming to you from my living room actually, but this is the first ever stitching the journey from the Stitch Studio. So I send out a monthly, well, bi-weekly, but my monthly newsletter has historically been kind of a roundup of what I've been working on, what I finished, what I have planned. So I thought it might be fun to try out sharing some of that via YouTube or via like a video platform, because I feel like I can actually chat in the way that I always hope to in my newsletters, but be a little bit more, make them come a little bit more alive. So I hope that you enjoy, and if you do, that you would hit subscribe. I am planning to do these more regularly, so just trying to figure out the best way to do it. So yeah, let's get into it. So first of all, I want to share a little bit about this incredible quilt that my friend Lacey sent me. So she lives in Texas, and we have been friends since high school. And a couple of summers ago, I was picking her up from the airport, and I happened to have some English paper piecing with me. I don't even really remember what I was working on. I think it was hexagons at the time. But she was so intrigued. So we had a few minutes, we grabbed a coffee, we sat outside at this restaurant, and I literally taught her how to English paper piece in like, I don't know, half an hour, whatever. So that started her on her quilting journey, which is just so cool to me. She ended up opening a fabric shop, an online fabric shop for a short time. Many of you may know her as Beautifully Mended Fabric. So anyways, fast forward to, I think not this past summer, but the summer before, and I was making samples for my Sweet Selah quilt. So I had already made the cover quilt version, but I wanted to show the quilt in a little bit different style. So at the time, Lacey was just going through a really tough time. She and I have both faced infertility together. So she was just in a particularly challenging spot, as that is for those of you who maybe understand infertility. So it was just on my heart to make her a quilt. So I scoured the internet and found a fabric line that I really enjoyed, and ended up making her a sample quilt, which I ended up gifting her from my Sweet Selah pattern. So a few months later, I ended up doing a sew along for that in fall of 2022. And Lacey joined in, go figure. I had sent her one, but you know, here we are. So she ended up working on this particular quilt, and I have always loved this fabric line. It's Art Gallery Fabrics Sonata by Amy Sinibaldi. And so of course I loved every single one of her blocks that she was making. So in the end, I just cheered her on and really, you know, was so happy to see her working on it and finish it. And then just this past week, don't you know, the quilt shows up in my mailbox. Well, on my front porch. She made it for me. Can you even believe that? So anyways, this is the quilt itself. You can see it's actually technically upside down because I just found the label there, which is just so sweet. It says, "There is always hope." And then "A sweet friendship refreshes the soul," from Proverbs 27. So sweet. So anyway, let's turn it around. You can see how she just used a beautiful mix of blues and pinks and oranges, and how there's some geometric prints in here, and there's florals. This pink one is probably my favorite floral of all time. And she even used that same exact fabric in the orange colorway for the backing. So it's just such a special quilt. I really love it. It goes perfectly with my decor. And I just love that like pop of orange on the back. So that is this very special quilt from my friend Lacey. Some of you may have seen this cute little zipper pouch. It was featured in the Art Gallery Fabrics Love Struck lookbook. So they sent me the fabrics in order to make this adorable hexagon pouch, and just Look at these cute little motifs. And then of course, look at the back, just slices of cake. I mean, seriously, how does it get any cuter? So, and I also put the cake as the lining. So anyways, I love zipper pouches. So I decided to write a free pattern for this. So it's my second free zipper pouch pattern and it's on my blog. You can find the link to that in the description. And it just is such a fun way to use up little bits of fabric. Actually, what's really cool about this is you can get all the hexagons for each kind of strip here, as I showed in this particular zipper pouch, from charm squares. So you can technically get 4 whole 1-inch hexagons for English paper piecing out of a charm square, a 5-inch charm square, or 3 whole ones and 2 half hexagons. So all of that is in the pattern, and there also includes free 1-inch printable templates, along with 3 other sizes of printable English paper piecing templates that are downloadable. I'm working on my All the Christmas quilt for the Quilt Along. I'm a little bit behind, but that is why I built in catch-up weeks. So I wanted to show you kind of where I'm at with that. So this is, let me see, this is the center of the quilt, and I absolutely love it. It is this ginormous 8-pointed star kind of motif, and I just absolutely love everything about it. So it's scrappy, it's cozy, it's just everything. I love it. So that's that. I finished that, and then I'm currently working on the Holly Jolly round. So here are a couple of those completed blocks. So the way the pattern goes is you make these little holly units. Let's see, do I have one right here? Yeah. Make the little holly units, and then you sew the holly units together and you get this kind of block. And then they all sort of hang out together and make a cute little border around that center star that I just showed you. So I'm really excited about that. I really love that I added in this really beautiful cranberry red to just kind of make the whole quilt a little bit more festive. So I really love that. So that's kind of where I'm at right now with all the Christmas Quilt Along. So, but I have a couple of other things that I was really hoping would be finished by now, but it's not. So I am working on a set of pillow patterns to go along with the All the Christmas Quilt, because I know my husband's not the only one that loves his Thanksgiving. And sometimes you want to have some Christmas sewing, but you just don't have time for a whole quilt. So I'm working on a series of pillow patterns featuring every round from the All the Christmas Quilt. So each round will have its own corresponding pillow pattern. So it's at various stages of completion. So I just wanted to show you what I've got. So first up, and this is the closest one, this is the Cozy Trees. In the pattern, it's called Evergreen Trees, but for the pillow, I decided to call it Cozy Trees because some of you may have seen my fall version, and I am obsessed with that one. So I figured let's make the trees for the whole year, and then they can just be cozy. So as you can see, this one is quilted already. I used some fusible fleece and it gives a little bit of texture, but not that much, but just to give it a little bit of strength and sturdiness for a pillow. So I really love how this one came out, and looking forward to seeing this one finished into a pillow. It just needs the back. So we'll see, hopefully I get to that soon. And then next I have this, so let me see, it goes this way. So this is does it go this way? It might go this way. It can go whichever way you want. It's a pillow. So this is the Peppermint Swirl round. So as you can see, it features 9 blocks, and it's just such a fun little block to put together. So this one's just waiting for the border so that it can be the right size. I think most of them are going to finish around 20 inches square, a nice couch cushion size, couch pillow size. So as you can see, this one, the English paper piecing is finished, but it needs a lot more work before it's ready to be an actual pillow. And then this one's kind of hard to show you because it's in two pieces. So this is the Holly Jolly version of a pillow. So I don't know if you can sort of get a sense of that from the video. But anyway, so this is the Holly Jolly block I was showing you just now. But instead of it going in a straight line, it creates this really cute hexagon wreath type thing. So I am gonna applique that to this background, but I think, and this is what has delayed me on this one, that I'm going to quilt this solid like linen background here first, and then machine applique on top of it for some really nice texture. So to be continued on that one. And then next I have, so one of my favorite rounds in the whole quilt is the Twinkle Lights round. So it was the first block I designed in the quilt, and so it just has a really special place in my heart. And so I wanted to show you, there are, I think, 3 rows in the pillow pattern. So this is one of the rows. So this is just, it literally still has the papers in it. So this is one of the rows for the pillow. So this is a long way to go. This will, because it comes together in straight lines, you can actually machine sew like borders and strips to it really neatly and nicely. So I'm excited to finish this, but yeah, it's just, again, hasn't happened yet. So, and then the last version is going to be, I can actually show it to you. So this is not the version. This is the center of my All the Christmas Quilt Along quilt, but this is also going to be the same exact layout for the pillow. So it will be an oversized, like Euro size pillow when it finishes. And how cozy and comfy is that big, giant, beautiful star going to be in his pillow? So that's going to be that. The pillow version of that is still in process. So, as in like only a few pieces are basted. So that's sort of it for now. Oh, I have one more whip to show you, but I got to bring you over to my coffee table. So this is my Daisy Jane quilt that I've been working on. I am only 5 blocks in. Oh, look, the sun's out. How pretty is that? So these blocks are just so happy. This is going to be kind of an autumn ombre quilt. And these blocks are just so fun. And as a recent customer said, they should come with a warning. They're actually very addictive. They have 8 petals around a central octagon, and they finish at about the size of a 1-inch hexie flower. So it has kind of that hexie flower vibe, but it's just kind of a newer, different, fresh take on the hexie flower. So these get appliqued onto background squares, and then the background squares get sewn together by machine. So that's it. Thank you so much for joining me in this little visual recap of the month of October for me. I'm looking forward to November and hopefully finishing some of the things that I shared with you and getting those pillow patterns out. My plan is by Black Friday. So say a prayer, send good vibes. That's my hope and plan. And yeah, I would really love to know if you enjoy this kind of format. I feel like it allows me to just kind of share my heart, just chat as if we were sitting across from each other in a cafe having coffee or tea or a warm beverage of your choice. This happens to be mulled apple cider. But yeah, just let me know what you think. I want to get to know people, and this feels like the best format to do that. So I'd love to know your thoughts. Again, if you enjoyed it, I'd love if you hit subscribe. And then let me know what other kinds of things you might be interested in seeing. So thanks again. Happy November, and I will be back again soon. Bye.